And we are back. Let me take a look to increase our charisma. These can go here. This can go here, I think. This can go here. And we are missing a little bit. Yeah, I don't have a weapon that gives me charisma. This looks good. Let's engage Meek the Mimic. Big steely man and smaller pretty man. Pretty man. Okay. The odds are quite in my favor. Let's talk a little bit though. Must be lonely down here. Colony is somewhere in past and west. Long time spent in colony. Most are very dumb in colony. They do not enjoy smart. They kick out, not allowed to smart. Anti-intellectualism truly is a cancer upon our realm. It is curse, smart curse. How strangely relatable. Oh, what? He shared his pain with being too smart. Okay. That is looking very good. Your name is Meek? Meek, yes. That's a great name. Yes, yes. You kissed its ass! Oh my god! How can I fail this? If I need to roll a 2 or above, I only have 5% chance to roll a 1. And I need to roll a 1 twice, which is 1 in 400 in this case, which makes it 0.025. Now I need to calculate this. God damn it. It makes it 0.25, not 0.0. It's 0.25, which is very small. Just join my party, dude. Amazing. Right. Well, this may seem simple at this point, but you gotta convince this thing that you be its new master. And you gotta do it by, well, hey Mimic, Meek. Yes, yes. When was the last time you saw your master? Master? Yes, yes, master was. It fidgets on the wall. Master had a master say Meek should then. Master not see Meek not see master for long. There we go. You made those gears start turning. Now hit him with the big one. Your old master is gone, Meek. Oh, but no buts. It's gone. But it's okay. I will be your new master. Oh! The mimic's eyes go wide, revealing a horrifying mass of shiny pupils. Then it begins to shake. No, that does not. What? Only master can order. Old order is still fresh order. Maybe ask. What exactly was the order? Order? Master talk. Guard Meek, guard stash. Guard Meek only ordered by master. Well, there's a loophole there. You're Guard Meek? Guard is title. Title is Guard. So if you stop having that title, then you are no longer Guard Meek, and thus you don't need to follow the orders. Meek stares at you for a moment. It turns to your companion as well. Sounds logical to me? Yes, that work. But Meek is Guard Meek. Not anymore. By the power granted to me by the city of Norvik, I officially deputize you, Mr. Meek. What? Your title is now Deputy Meek. Congratulations. Wanna join the party? A horrid screeching sound is emitted from the monster as it leaps towards you. Shit! The goblin yells and steps back. Embrace it. Within a moment, you realize that the mimic has left its pose and turned into a cloak. Cloak, I am. If danger, I tell. A familiar has joined your party. Keep familiar equipped to gain bonuses in dice checks. Deputy Meek at service. Are you sure it's safe? What's the worst that could happen, Snell? It would be useful to have a little guy around. Yes, little guy. Fuck it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's keep the mimic around, why not? I can write a book on famous last words after this whole thing. Let's go! Wait. There it is. Nice! I need to put a different helmet. This will do. And I probably need to... this? Yeah, this looks right. Your buddy, Meek. He keeps you out of trouble. The scarf with a face flips around your grasp to face you. Ahoy hoy! Never choose number 3. Hello, Meek. Hello, master. Yes, a mimic is a strange familiar, but this one is not half bad. Meek is excited to join on adventure. He cares so much for you, for such little in return. You must value this poor, wonderful creature. It is pure, but it is but a freshly faced child smiling on the sun. You keep an eye for traps and stuff? Yes, master. Meek know underground good. Meek will warn in time for traps. Don't expect to warn you before the trap is triggered. Okay. Might be creepy to have a monster around your neck, but it gives you a bit of heads up to any trap being triggered, to at least give you a decent advantage. Just don't trust it too much, yeah. Can you turn into anything? No. Very sad, but Meek is not good at shapeshift. So Meek like to stay same for a long time. Meek is more of hiding mimic than changing mimic. That's fine, just be yourself, dude. Be self? That is not something Meek has heard previously. Good thing to say. Meek like it. That's it for now, Meek. Well, what's that? A spell! Bone dust? Knock? That's how you get knock? Down here? Well, nothing stopping me from getting the chest now, is it? And these books. Many books, a stack of books sits crooked on the floor, half buried under layers of dust. The blue light from windows appear to land upon the surface and stick, as if it is not real. Recognize the binding style. These are late arcane era. One tome is clearly arcane. The cover bears ward marks that make your eyes itch. Doesn't seem like there is any danger here. Right now at least. If you wanna check out some books, go for it. I'll chill for a while. Mick says old master books are free for checking. But if you read the wrong passage, big hurt. Remember, what do you mean by big hurt? Old master has ward on wall. Spell casts delayed spell. Hurt big if not careful. Then just leave them alone. Okay. Let me change my things around. This goes here. And I need more intelligence. Does this give intelligence? It does. None of these give intelligence. I mean, I guess there is nothing else to increase my intelligence and know. Oh well. Engage. +5 versus 11. Advantage? Let's try. Yeah, we got this. The ward recognizes your competence. They part like curtains. Inside, you find a treatise on sensory magic illusions. This Hagging Shags was studying the relationship between perception and reality. Rigorously, mathematically, hundreds of pages of experiments of the mixing of illusion and divination. He posits that the mind does not receive reality, it constructs it. Each moment your senses gather fragments, color, sound, pressure, heat. Then something deeper, something he calls the interpretive layer, assembles those fragments into a coherent world. The question he asks, not quite so directly, what happens when you tamper with that layer? Not showing someone a fake image, not casting darkness over their eyes. Rather, reaching into the mechanism itself through esoteric means, thus adjusting the assembly. This does not appear too far-fetched. It does not. This seems to align well with the scholarly basis of your education. However, the next part does not. The last half of this tome, through many trials, mostly performed on himself, you gather. This man who calls himself a Hagging Shags. He shows results pointing towards a measurable conduit within every string, one visible only through this altered layer. The bloom of joy lies upon each caster, all channeled through the gate, invisible, hidden, even the outer gods are blind. Term used to describe the actual gods, those who invaded the coast during the Gate War. They hold no dominion on Jor's realm since the gates closed, but the most common consensus among scholars is all walking gods are simply avatars of these real outer ones. How else would the leak stand himself? How else do the pockets both increase above and increase below and decrease above? Only I can see the truth. Only I can master the relic left by Ubramixus. All I need is to locate it. That one word, one key to unlock a world of total dominance in the new era. All I need is power word Ab. Okay. Madness. The only type of madness only born from revealed truth. New master has had old master's book. Mick very impressed. Close the tome carefully. Oh fuck. Oh wait, is there a young and dumb take root? Trouble brewing. Young woman running around the streets, slinging Asgalist propaganda to unsuspecting citizens. Boys causing chaos in the name of some hapless magazine-inspired rebellion. This cannot be tolerated. It really can be. What? The youth are attempting to get political. They are learning as they go. That kind of looseness will bring order to its knees. It's all. The Asgard youths did nothing to warrant such pushback. This era is one of communication, ideas interchanged freely between a populace of free-minded thinkers, folks dreaming of an egalitarian potential. However, the problem lies with the unfortunates who break and steer Volkarian thought with reckless unkindness. You must pray for them, beg of them, to please stop being so mean. Do you really think that would work? One can wish. Those boys might be unkempt and rough, but they are proud citizens of a great city. They are performing a service, albeit a crude one beyond the realm of law. But the young Asgos, they are even more unlawful, to a much deeper degree. How do you calculate the degree of unlawfulness? Entirely through the morality of the behavior, which means feelings. Feelings. Yes, you are feeling like the boys are in the right. What has happened here is a complication upon society, a representation of the wider culture. Young men are drawn towards the rough, downtrodden world of the dreamers, the hope of national unity through an Earthian story, one of leadership and honor, but without that guiding star, there is no such singularity, no control, no wise king to bend the knee to. Instead, those boys are simply expressing pain through violence, enacted onto those who are attempting to craft a more caring future, that is, young women. They, as... hold on. They, as opposed to young men, are drawn towards a more social type of unity, with welfare and Asgardian flattened hierarchical structures. Beyond Asgard himself, who by his function is also a male figure, it is womanly people you shall look towards. Lady Fair is one, the halfling god? Yes, Lady Fair and those not. The walking god who gave everything to save her people. Lady Fair and those not, a young halfling, leads her clan through a mountain pass to defend it for 3 days and 3 nights. She is known to be responsible for the founding of the Fourth Nip Commonwealth, the unified states of Ralfling lands in Western Asgard. Also known as Clanlands, they were allies of Norvik in the early days of the conquest. Today, the relationship is strained after Norvik refused to aid them against the Golden Horde. Her words are few but spread far across the coast. Her church is quite active amongst Novikian society, as an organization of charity, one open to all folk, no matter their origin. An egalitarian train. This is why women, as harsh as it is to say, are simply more suited for Novikian leadership. Lady Fair makes it clear. A house held by women stands any season. There is something so powerful about dreams. They are spreading from man to woman, woman to man. But the Asgalian dream is not a blessing, it is a smile wrought in pain, a vision of 1,000 layers of intersected nets and labels, tangling every person, ensnaring them into oppressor or oppressed. And there is oppression, there are unfair hierarchies, the world is corrupt, but not fundamentally. If these boys are pushing back against Asgalism, that is only natural. It is an ideology which pushes a foundational belief that they are naturally oppressively superior. If a young man grows up in squalor, finding zero advantages from him being a man among patriarchs, nor any power from being a human, especially if he grows within non-human clusters, something many of the poorest humans do. When he is unable to find a job at age 19, and almost no political, societal, or economic power in his life, which dream do you think he would believe in? The one calling him to fight to reclaim what is his right, a good life as a future patriarch, or one calling him an oppressor? It does not call him an oppressor. That is an unfair reading. Asgalism is about systemic change. That young man is trapped in the same cycle of violence that all men find himself since the dawn of time. That he must fight, that he must be a patriarch to have a good life. Asgalism would lay the foundation that allows him to be free from these burdens. He would be free to find that job, that good life, with the same prospects as everyone else. That foundation is laid by raising women to the forefront, by allowing them flatten our hierarchies and bring about a new world. Seems like it's more of a branding issue. The Asgalist needs to be more in tune with the economic aspects of intersectionality. They clearly losing out on a ton of angry buck burning boys. That is an argument, but it does not change the core values. You need to come to that realization, the one where every boy reaches towards the late stages of the capitalistic, pubertistic, and socialistic awakenings that, no, not at all. It's only your placement you must understand. Figure out where you've planted these 2 feet of yours, and accept where your bones will begin their incessantly slowish grind into the pavement. Learn more. Steal yourself. Seek love. Be more. Suddenly understand gender. Well, my wisdom is better. Oh, it's such a simple answer. As you compare and contrast, you break away from the the many specifics and biases and little intricacies that make each man a man and each woman a woman. What is left is but the souls of these folks, these creatures of biological realities and spiritual happenstances, each of them loving and holding and hating and screaming. Within George's arbitrary spectrum, within some neatly organized checkboxes on one governmental form, within the heart and genitalia of each young virile beastly person who struts across this artificial landscape. They think so much, they feel so much, both as one. They are. Man and woman are innumerably more similar than they ever have been different. Any kind of statistical calculation or divine attributed science will always point in this exact direction. There are extremely minor divergences in the averages. These are negligible. The default man and the default woman are going to be, in every single way that matters to a broader scale, equal. How do I know this? You know it because you feel it, esoterically. However, those minor differences on the average, they coagulate towards the extremes. What does that mean? If men are 1,000th of a percent more aggressive than woman is in average, that is nothing but an indication of this. The most violent people in society are all men. This means both these following statements are fully true. First statement, men and women are the same. Second statement, men and women are different in the extremes. And how that affects reality exactly in this way. Only in extreme cases does gender affect anything. If you are dealing with the most empathetic person in the world, they will almost all be women. If you are dealing with the most competitive people in the world, they will almost all be men. Yet, for the mass majority of groups and or collections of people, the more empathetic and competitive are just likely to either be men or women. This gender divide is not something you should use to judge or evaluate average people in average day-to-day life. It is only relevant in vastly wide distributions. You will always have more male criminals. You will always have more female Asgalists, but only because the most violent people become criminals, and the most lovely people become Asgalists. Something about that last part sounds incorrect. It is something to think about. Now, you must choose. What? Choose a side. Tell me about Lady Fair. Okay. Can do something similar. Lady Fair. Extra proficiency in roles when speaking with feminine characters. Future Pratia. I'm ready to make a decision. Pick Lady Fair. Wow, 300 XP. Be kind to all. Be slightly less confused about gender. So here's something very important about this. This will allow me to seduce people better. Maybe I should have gotten this before I got to the Sphinx, but hey, I seduced her, you know. And there was this, an easy riddle, take root. A great esoteric mystery, a conundrum, the Millennium Vault. Guarded by a really riddle-crazed sphinx. There are no other type of sphinx, if you count the code ones. The secrets within were hidden in the darkness, but you saw the light ahead. That was a pillar. Of jar? Yes. What other pillars are there? I'm sure there's many, but it was a pillar, one of the four, reaching through the earth, through the coast, but was entirely made out of light. That it is its true form. It is not material in nature, it goes beyond. Remember what the gods did, the true gods did, when they arrived in this realm. They attempted to destroy Jar for selfish or selfless reasons. No matter which, that is what they did. But if Jar's controls his gates, it only makes sense from the purely strategic viewpoint that those gods will be desperate to manufacture their own pathways, their own gates. The vault is a gate to the beyond? Exactly. If these gods had their own gates, then why are they shut? Why place a sphinx to guard this one? Why place a, relatively speaking, simple magic item inside as some type of reward? It does not appear reasonable. Could I have gone deeper? No. The boundaries of that place were tightly knit. The strings were all around you, holding you in place. The vault is a piece of the beyond. For whatever reason, you were not allowed to use it as anything but. That could be the case. The deck of many things is an item with a very high degree of randomness involved with the outcomes. Whoever placed it there could have done it to play a proverbial prank on the mortals who reach inside, or it could be a test. If fate is to be the deciding factor, perhaps fate is the key of finding the correct card in the deck. You did manage to survive an attempt at diving into the deck. However, if there is a clue inside, you did not find it. Thus, it is not yours to find. Maybe someone else took over the vaults? If that is the case and this gate is used as some type of storage facility, that would be rather silly. Then again, it is currently used as a permanent storage facility for that deck of many things, which is rather silly. There has to be a non-silly explanation for all of this. As you live your life, you will more and more realize oftentimes there is no serious explanation for anything. Every piece of this world is put together by clones and jesters. You are the only serious person that exists. And I'm not very serious, am I? Exactly. I won't get any real answers, will I? You will not. However, if you keep thinking about it, you eventually come to a conclusion. You are a genius after all. Simply keep scribing in the margins, keep working on your esoteric knowledge, and the truth will be revealed. Honestly, this whole thing just makes it obvious. This is all about magic items. The deck of many things, sure, but also other shit you collect. You have one hell of a collection with strings. One hell of a connection with strings, right? Well, maybe that visit in the vault gave you exactly what you needed to connect even more, like a ley line hook. Millennia Guardian, Sphinx holding the beyond. Your body is deeply intertwined, pierced, couplet. Enhance your body further. Drink more potions. You could also follow the tingle, the positive tingle. As your body collapses, your breath is lost, and your feet fall into the earth. Your healing will always be there to bring you back. Your magic hands, your empathetic magical hands. Repeat. Idiotic. Focus on research. power through knowledge, not by filling yourself with hag liquids or giving your soul to only positive forces. Understand it, wield it, master it. Wow! There is 4 options. Leyline hook. We're a more magical shit and get more in tune with the esoteric. It's not that complicated. Positive modifiers get +1 and negative modifiers get -1. Tell me about the Millennium Guardian. Your body is a temple. Fill it with esoteric flow. The effect of potions are doubled. For ability score increases, this only affects the first potion of a kind you've ingested. Tell me more about positive tingle. Heal everyone. Let that become your mastery. Healing spells are doled with dice, twice the normal amount of dice. Scribble the margins. Never stop working. Always focus on learning more. Your cleric level is doubled when calculating the amount of spells you can prepare. All of these seem I'm between Leyline hook and scribble the margins, honestly. It's just trinkets, but what if I could prepare all my spells? Scribble the margins. Perfect. Did I get a level? I got a level! What is more in my questing tree? Nothing so far. I was looking for something, I think. Looking for Primal Kin. I was looking for the Esoteric app. If there was any talk about it. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Constitution. Let's do it. Why am I floating? Okay. Comprehend languages, knock, speak with dead. I now can cast 3rd level spells. What? Hello? Yoink. Let's change to be wisdom and dexterity. Okay. You go here. And can I get trinkets, literature, dexterity? I I think I would change to this. Yeah, this is fine. This is something floating. Stand very still. Ominous run quickly. See a strange growing torch a bit further down the hallway. Bad feeling. Strange, something very wrong is here. Careful, real careful. Cleric? Mick, feel bad here. Very bad. What do you mean, Mick? Something wrong. Mick not see, but Mick feel. Master, be careful. Are floating torches common? I feel like they are. They are. However, this is obviously not floating by itself. Look closer. Yes, it is. Why there's a bunch of other stuff floating in the air too? That is true. We must look further. Right, ominous. Okay, I got advantage. And I got a +5 against a DC of 14. I need to roll a 9 or above. I think my odds here are good. Okay. You look down the hallway, real close. Then you look at the walls, and then the ground. Wait, why is there no dirt on the ground? There's absolutely no dust or grime or little rock pebbles on the ground here. It's a cube! It's the cube! Oh, and there is a bunch of floating stuff in the air in front of me. Stuff that looks like it's being dissolved. Slowly dissolved by some powerful agent. That is a bad sign. In fact, really sounds like a perfect straight line after which the dungeon floor is clean. It's clearly a cube! A perfectly flat wall of perfectly translucent gel stands before you. The goblin stumbles backwards when he realizes what you're saying. Oh gods, that was close. There is a gelatinous cube here. Too far away. Doesn't it feel like that torch has something to do with this weird gelatinous cube? It does. Warmth. It is drawn to it. Yeah, I need to get Mage Hand. What? Skeleton lies crumpled. Death for months, maybe longer. Someone looted corpse. Something. Sad sight. These tunnels eat people. Examine the body. No obvious wounds, no broken bones. He didn't die from violence, starvation maybe, or thirst. Lost in the dark. Unfortunate fellow. Piece of paper. What is this? Contains half legible through grimy strains, an adventuring log. Read it. It's winter the faded test. Most of it is mundane, supply list, coordinates, complaints, but at the bottom something different. A passage written in another hand, older, more deliberate. The day shifts into formal script. Interesting. Draconic. Classical Draconic. Understand the Draconic text. Wow! Oh my god! Ugh, that hurts. My spell goes out so often. What the hell? What's up here? Oh, hello. Something is stashed. Crusader's mantle. And Paladin's insignia? Advantage against Earthfolk? Oh. Heavy officio. The symbol of Norvik, shaped in iron. A Paladin's insignia. Huh. Well, there is only one Paladin left in the city. Lord Gorm. Turn it over in your hand. The craftsmanship is exquisite. This isn't something you lose accidentally. Not something you abandon. Now look at this. The goblin pierced the insignia. Seems official. Some left over from an old delve? No, this is one of a kind. This belonged to Lord Gorm, the last paladin of Earth. Oh shit. The one that's missing? The one and only. He goes quiet, his dark eyes darting back forth in the dark tunnel. So I don't think we will find this paladin. Me neither. But I suppose this is some type of closure. I will report this to my patriarch once the mission is finished. Yeah. Simple gleams in the dim light. Most strikingly appears to be hot and red, clearly highly esoteric, as if containing some magical fire. And if it is here in this dungeon, then surely Lord Gorn must be dead. Yeah, probably. Maybe crushed by these here rocks or something. Rocks fall. Paladin dies. Lord Gorm must be dead. A truly tragic end. The missing paladin is no more. Somewhere down here is in the dark. Another sign of how this city will fall. As for the insignia, it shall be returned to the palace. Eventually, may Earth guard him home. Can pass through this freely. Or liberally, if you will. What's down here? Oh, hello! What? I should really be casting this more. At the end of this hallway, and in an alcove like any water, you see a book. It sits on a thin edge. It does not have anything on the cover. No one should leave a book like this, not without it being stolen very quickly. This is creepy. I read. Don't write your name in there or anything. Heard of a guy who found a book once up in Moortown. On the cover it said famous people, and inside there was a list of, well, famous people, historical figures or whatever. So the guy thought it would be funny to scribble his own name among them. And poof! It turned into feathers, like a big collection of pure black feathers started floating away in the wind down the river. It was all everyone could talk about for weeks. Seems like he got what he wanted. It gives you a chuckle. Sure did. Then the goblin frowns, looking at the ceiling. I can't seem to remember the guy's name though. Ominous. An esoteric curse, clearly. Anyways, what were you doing? Open the book. Flip open to a page. Any page you flip to multiple. They are all empty. Keep flipping. You see text on a page. You see in clean, steady handwriting. What tome do you desire? Huh? Yeah, this is cursed. Clearly this is esoteric. You take out the quill. We remember a number of ancient tomes, books, letters, and various pieces of literature you could ask for. Scramble to remember the name of various books, letters. Don't. Take the book. Impeding doom. Drop it. You okay, cleric? Put it back. Okay. I see. I see what I need to do. Okay. Novik enchants. Huh. Patriarch Philly? His books are found everywhere, but the closest copy? Interesting. Anonymous, the second Lord Patriarch of Novik and appointed by Earth after the death of the first Patriarch. Philly is known for organizational nature and attitude to feverishly writing down and retaining Novikian culture and the order of Earth. The first Patriarch, the anonymous and faithless Lord Patriarch of Earth, appointed upon the reconquest of Norvik. Again, it's not the reconquest, it's the conquest. He served the city for 14 years, overseeing its founding in the local Lich House. The task then quickly disappears. That's amazing. If I can locate any book, then it's like very, very useful. A glorious esoteric artifact. Make use of it. I know where this one is. Memoirs of a Statesman by Nicholas Darrow. Go, the Weatherlane office. Go. Folk prayers? A wonderful collection of tales. The sisters did great work to stop the ridiculous cultural trend of talking instead of writing. Oh, Lich House. Blind Manifesto by the Hedonists. Surprisingly common book in these parts. It's in that folk office on Water Lane. The Folk by Lexandro. There are 6 copies on the streets. One is on Water Lane. The Halflings got it. Founders by... There is a copy in the tower. Boring book though. Oh, okay. Autobiography Frax by Lord Filius Prax. A grand account from a powerful narcissist. You can find one in the Lich House. Beyond Reeds. Basic travel guide. Many lies within, even more around above. One is below, far below. Far, far below. Another is up, inside the tower. Ooh. I've asked enough. Put away the quill. Well, that was interesting, to say the least. Spent quite some time down here. What's down this way? Right. We need to go to talk to a certain individual. By this point, she should be down here. Yeah, I see you, gnomes. No, let's talk with her. You helmed mankind. I defeated the skeleton in the crypts. You did it? Well, I'm impressed. Less for us to worry about. No, of course not. From Nessun, right? She told me I should tell you to give it to me. Oh, okay then. There's great respect for the elven druid. Okay. Thank you. Now I got Mentos Crusade. What the hell is this spell? Third level evocation. Divine. Self 30 foot radius. Concentration. Up to 10 minutes. Holy light irradiates from you in an area with a 30 foot radius. Awakening boldness in you and all friendly creatures until the spell ends. The aura moves with you, centered on you. While in an encounter, you and all allies add 1d12 to all abilities checks. Nice. And down this way is still the snail. Yep, it's still here. Marvelous. Is there anything down here? Nope. Beware monsters. Great. My AGP, I'm sure I'll be fine. Dancing light. If I go this way... Okay, interesting. What's down here? What the fuck? Nice. What is this? Among the fallen and broken of an ancient world lies among them a single structure, a monument to a forgotten power. At the top, a cracked lion's head glares at you, a one-eyed lion with a single dark and empty socket. It is a shrine, isn't it? What do you think, Mick? Mick thinks spooky ghost. Many spook ghosts in place like this. Yes, 100%. It is trapped here, master, beware. Not surprising. If you gotta investigate, just be careful. I don't know why I even say that. I know you're not going to listen. You can listen, just not right now. You seen anything like this, Snail? Sure. Looks like normal cat thing. There's a ton of them all over the city, if you know where to look. Go on. I don't have anything else to say, really. Hard to tell exactly what's going on here due to the rubble and dust. You could try investigating it more closely, but remember, the white mains are famous for their traps. You know, like that fiery hallway you barely survived. I think I did well there. I didn't barely survive. I did survive it though, as you can see. Shrine to what god? White man. They lived here, not first, not last. Also DC 15, wow! Does it work? May prepare spells here, yes. Somehow. Shrines like these hold a latent connection to George Springs. Take a step closer. Look for that symbol as Axel was talking about. It's fainting. Yes, a symbol. Symbol of a sun. What do I do now? Yes. Should be grateful for the information. Nice. Yep. Or maybe I'll be happy that he's happy. We'll be all happy together. That sounds lovely. What's that light from the ceiling? It's an illusion, do not mind it. It absolutely is not the sun. With the rays of nothing but a magical tingle on your eyes. This is no esoteric pocket, but it most likely once was. I can absolutely investigate this shrine, what you're talking about. There it is. Glides over the marking in front of the shrine. There's something there, inside the stone, and it's text. Tracing your fingers, you realize something is written faintly, scrubbed down over centuries into the surface of the shrine. It says, El ojo roso vigia tus logros. You take a step back and mumble it to yourself. It means a red eye. The red eye watches over you. Does that mean anything? Probably. They wouldn't just write that on that shrine for no reason. They honestly might have, but who knows? Glance upwards at the lion's head, the eye socket. Perfectly sized for a gemstone. This is obviously a secret you would be able to trigger in case you set the correct gemstone. I'm done checking the eye hole, but something is missing, perhaps. Prepare your spells. Let's do this and this. I am able to prepare everything. Nice! For some reason before it didn't seem to matter how many spells I was preparing. That's weird. Well, okay. Let's engage here. Check the empty eye. Jacinth gemstone, if I remember correctly, is red. Carefully guide the jacinth into the perfectly sized eye hole. Once close enough, like a magnet, it gets sucked in. You then hear a strange noise in the walls. Oh God! Look to your left. Oh, you almost just died. That was fast. You would have died, and the final blade had the final blade not been blocked by those vines. And now would have died if he had stood a little bit further back or to the left. Fuck. Nice dodge now. We were so close to just like dying. Look at these things. It'll be cut in half. Are you aware of that? Yes, maybe. We'll see in a bit. I've heard the delayed response is normal in these situations. I heard a guy that once got an arrow through his skull once, like straight through. The goblin tends to talk a lot when he is in emotional panic. Tends. The currency of the Free Strider Revolution! All three cities have multiple currencies. Why are you telling me this right now? The magical paper money of reeds is quickly growing into the most valuable across the coast. This fucking guy, he just keeps walking about like nothing had happened. Like he was just with a brash crack. The front of the shrine pops out of place. The goblin jumps. A deep rumbling voice echoes through the chamber as a lion's skull begins floating out of the shrine along with a ghostly halberd. El vigilante rojo de Creblanca castigará tu. Oh no. Fuck. The skull falls to the ground. Stares at it as it rolls to the side. Huh. I'm not sure. I don't think they planned it to go this way. For once I agree with you. The skull on the ground before you and the halberd just floating there, all ghost-like. Be careful. Loot them, come on. Behold, a lion's skull. Correct. Hey, Snell. Yeah. Can you talk to this skull for me if I cast a spell on it? You can't use magic for that? Nope. Okay, if you think it would be helpful. Maybe later. What's your thought on this now? My head's as empty as that skull. Can we go? Hello? No response. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Just take it. Nice! This is very cool. It won't do any damage if you swing it. Esoteric rock. Not good for a fight. Oh my god. I only get weapons that don't fucking work. Great, amazing, fantastic. Okay. Let's gear up for a fight. I need... Yeah, I'm going to use this, keep this incense bowl. Yeah, okay, I think I'm ready for this. Sinking feeling appears. Master, this is beware! To your right, your gut. It sees death. The goblin jolts to the side. Cleric, there's... Huh? Big monster. Oh no. Bingo. What? Snail go... Oh my god. Grabbed in the last second. Now fight. Snail's turn. Amazing. Gods bless these bullets. You feel weak. The beast will smash you to bits. I can just fucking run away. Wow, 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 wow. I need to think for a second. Yes, you do. Figure out potential weakness. Easy peasy. Wait, that's a female? It does not take a genius to figure it out. Simply look at the thing for a few seconds. This esoteric beast holds But one great disadvantage with these horrific guys. It's eye. Oh yes. Hit in the eye, obviously. Take a breath. Flung around the caverns go a long rubbery tendril right towards your face, lashing. Ow! Strikes your armor, but it is okay. For you are a tank. You're prey. But you will break its stomach. I'll hit him, I swear to God. Hits the roper right next to its large eye, but it just seems to bounce off. Still. Okay. Punch the roper in the eye. This is not working out. Fuck. Come on. Ow! I need to cure my wounds. Come on, Snail. Right in the eye. Now just anger and maybe a little sad. Keep it distracted. Then sit around and yell. Then get ready to dodge. Thank fucking God. But you're ready for any attack. One last breath. And you managed to dodge around its attack. Failed. Come on! Gotcha. Amazing. Blindly fleeing in its panic, it runs over the edge. Oh. Amazing. That was tight, but well done. You too. Great job, Snell. Fuck me. Inventory. Let's eat. Maybe let's consume one of these. 9 hit points, not too bad. Let's go this way. Oh. What the hell? Are you fucking serious? Disconnects here? I'm so fucking mad. Disconnects here. Great, amazing, fantastic. And then he went up here because the other side. What did I say? Paw prints? And then here? Here. Was this where you went? No. Did he go through here? No, there is no way that he went through here. Take this step again. Found the ruins you're looking for. Found the symbol on the ruins. Yep. For heaven! Huh? Those runes are just the same as these. They are consecrated. The white men would never consecrate a secret gate. Damn it! Well, sorry. Bah, don't be. This only means one thing. This ladder was off. Oh well, time to regroup and rethink. After the election, that is, here. Ooh, nice. A custom-made detect secret infused pickaxe. Detect secrets? This is very useful. Sure is, bro. You earned it, Cleric of Novik. Of course, the pickaxe is a bit wonky. The keyword is supposed to be secret, as in you say the word secret and the pickaxe casts the spell, but it doesn't quite work, so do with it as you please. Wonky magic items can be dangerous or hilarious. Anyways, I'll be packing up soon. I'm done here. Thanks again. Saved me a ton of time and effort. Maybe in a few months you join me for a real expedition? Could be fun. I'll think about it. Think hard and long, you've got time. Good luck down here. Another weapon. How good is it? Strength and intelligence. Examine. Secret. Detect secrets. Rare first level divination spell. Notice illusions, traps, and other hidden and generally secret things within certain range. Okay. Figure out how to extract the spell. This is nothing like your regular memorization. A spell, scroll, or codex is often nothing more than taking the original content and transcribing it, putting the various esoteric stages to memory in the process. A magic item, however, is crafted to output. To only output those stages per automata, not giving any insight to the inner workings. It is by definition reverse engineering. Oh, then I should be able to retrace the steps of the pickaxe esoteric activation, which strings are being pulled and when, writing them down step by step. Yes, normally that would work, even if it is highly difficult and slow process. However, this pickaxe is broken. It does not perform those esoteric stages in proper order, or more likely, one of the stages is broken. It will, no matter what you do, take around 3 hours for you to do this. Secrets. Forcing it to point straight upwards, not up. Useless. No, it is not pointing up. Really, faint lean towards the pillar of jaw. That is interesting. The green one found useful information for once. Oh, 3 hours. I have places to be. Okay. How do I, oh yes. So he probably So he didn't go this way. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, there must be a secret door somewhere that he used to escape. Not this one. Maybe he went through the cube somehow. But where do I get Mage Hand is the question. Well, I have a shit ton of money. Maybe I can just fix my book. Yes, yes. That would do it. And this door leads to somewhere. Great. Somewhere that I would have gotten in. That would show me, like, fuck, I can ward. I bet that door is where I would have gotten in normally if I hadn't fallen down the fucking pipe. There must be a way. Alright, you. I found this mimic in the city below. A mimic. Oh. Scary thing, Master beware around this one. How very, very quaint. You pick up familiars at an alarming rate. Cleric, I'm certain you will handle that monstrosity well. I hope you're not implying I'm also a familiar. The pale man does not reply to the goblin's comment. I heard you solved Oz's riddle. You're better at investigations than I imagined, Cleric. Yes, I completed one of her riddles. What was your riddle? It was a test, if anything, about fire, life, and death. That's how I can say. Oh, are you bound for a storm oath, Cleric? No, Cleric, I'm simply being courteous. To all this? To the Sphinx. So we know the Ozes. Then, yes, she is aware of me. We do not fraternize. But I do not enjoy angering her. Right, that's how I wanted to ask. Let's get to the surface already. Lots of goblins here. Hero. Engage. Ooh. I can haggle. Hold on. If I get better with charisma, I can haggle better, right? That's how that works, I assume. Charisma. Here. And I need to replace this, so I guess I will do this. Can I haggle better?
Mm-hmm.
No. I'll buy that helmet. Nice. What is the helmet like? Strength, charisma, wisdom, minus wisdom and minus intelligence. I think this is kind of a shit helmet to be a TBH. Wait. Give me those 10 pieces of incense. That's all for now. Engage. Hey, it's you again. Oh wow. Vex Weekly. Tammy Dame and Shivers and Shrieks. Ah, nice. I intervened between Rollo and Modissa. Ah, yeah, I heard. That's good. I was worried something bad would happen. But don't tell Rollo I told you to go there. It literally slipped my mind. Good. You're lucky no one got killed. Hear anything about any assassins on Tostad? Nothing comes to mind, I mean. There's always been a bunch of weirdos running around the city below, you know. What about Iron Masks? The kid stares at you. That's... yeah, I heard that before. It's like only rumors, right? But there is this group of angry people in the city ranks. They wear Iron Masks, apparently, and they fight against corruption? You know, the dark vigilantes? What are they mad about? Taxes? No, it's more like entry-free strategy stuff. Not anti-Asgalism? He chuckles. I don't think anybody thinks the dwarves are actually gonna win. Okay. Sounds like a magazine story. Yeah, it's unreal, but like I said, probably just rumors. Interesting. Thanks for telling me. Can't wait to be visited by the mask again. When I least expect it. That's a big bird. Anything? Nope. Only this for dexterity. And I'm missing 1 point, so... Oh wow! Hex Weekly is not too bad. Dexterity. Shivers and Shrieks. How to Tame a Dame. Oh. Oh my god. Novikian Post. Okay. What could possibly go wrong? Nice. See, trinket, right? There it is. Nice. Very interesting. Hello there, bird. This is a strange bat, Mix says. Beware. This thing is dangerous now? Nah, giant seagulls don't attack people. They do steal stuff sometimes. But don't leave food out in the open and you'll be fine. Native Askany bird. Opportunistic feeder. Hunting various large and monstrous fish and crustaceans. Okay. You think this guy knows some things now? I don't know, cleric. It's a go. Pet the birdie. Ouch! Don't. Pet the bird again. Ouch! The pinch of pain. Fine, do what you want. I want to keep petting the bird. Are you sure? This doesn't seem too smart. Do not anger the beast. It's calm, just sitting there. It has done nothing to you. Why do you deal with creatures like this? This is below you. Everything in my head is saying, dude, stop. Anyways, this demon guy is over here. Maybe I should see if I can talk with him. Ah, hello again, cleric. Can I help you? He's not exactly happy to speak with you, but he is happy to gain your favor. Should I invest in stocks? Oh. I do not give nor have ever given investment advice, but... He looks you up and down. The goblin looks at... worried. I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, cleric? I don't think so. Okay, some basics then. Popularized by late Divine Era human adventure companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership of a certain venture. Could be a guild, could be a company, or a specific adventure. Something that is supposed to grow over time, so you can increase the value of your securities in that venture. It's a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any real work. Gods, this devil is good. Learn from him. Could people buy stocks in me? If you were to set yourself up as a venture, then maybe, you could convince someone to invest you, without breaking any laws regarding investment advice. I'd be impressed, so why not? After the election, cleric. Where can I buy stocks? Can buy shares directly from a venture trader. Basically, someone can to give you a piece of paper that says I owe you with some legal information on it. Why is it risky? Sounds like free money. Good question. Imagine you invest in an adventuring party that they head into the Virgin Hills to dive into some Gate-era tomb or an esoteric area filled with talking cats. Something weird and dangerous, but with potential for a lot of cool treasure to be found and brought back. There is a major chance that those adventurers die out in their journey. If they do, you lose all the money you invested. They could make it back, in which case you'd get a percentage of the treasure based on your share, but how often do adventurers come back with a bunch of treasures these days? So, should I buy stocks? Look, there are rules in place. Norvik has laws governing that one cannot suggest when it comes to financial agency. Your god makes these laws to protect people of lower than average intelligence from being tricked by those of ill intent. It protects from free striders, basically. More or less, my goblin friend. Have you ever bought stocks? Sure, I spend a few 40% of my income in risky ventures. Sometimes I even get paid in securities, which is nice, since I won't have to pay any middleman. That's all I have to ask about stocks. Okay. I have a lot of money, so I might as well consider buying stocks. This is the Temple of Earth. There was someone here the other day. Interesting. Where is that woman? The one with the eyes. Hello there. None of them are looking at you? What are the odds? I am busy. Just look at her documents. There are detailed notes about the tea shop. How dutiful of you. I can do this. Nice. You clench. You pause unnecessarily bold body functions. And some necessary ones, like breathing, then focus on the goal, speech. Tell me about Earth. She stops writing. She mimics a sight. A faded man god. Earth of Norfolk. That's the guy. Yes. She lifts her hand, pointing towards your chest. I serve his remnants. This I see some cove. Interesting. She leaves no words in your mind. The Celestial turns her head in your direction just a bit. I uphold my honor through service to the Coin Lord. Sounds like a shitty job. A job. She turns back to her documents. I'm unsure about many things, yet for now I serve, for good or will. Her stance, it relaxes, ever so slightly. She settles in your presence. You've got an in. She's a fascinating creature. Ask her more. God, she's terrifying. Yes, she's horrific and a powerful force. What do I know about Celestial like hers? Celestials, a gathering term for creatures born out of and from the good plains. There are many such creatures scattered across the coast. The only major civilization of Celestials is located in Divine Torhum, the Golden Horde? Should I even talk to her? She is lonely, but her demeanor does not scream, please socialize me. Will you join my party? You seem like a strong companion. No, I'm busy, Cleric. The goblin exhales. We leave. If you play your cards right, anything is possible. Do you know about the pale man in the morgue? She closes the book floating before her. Avoid that creature, there is darkness there. Her hollow spins erratically. For a moment, I haven't been told to not interfere. He is too powerful. You should serve him instead. Both with the mortician and his helpers. The pale man's reputation is insane. What the hell is he? Something's certainly off about him. Shouldn't I keep an eye on him then? If you wish. I suggest not engaging. Don't. You don't have the skills necessary to actually cross that guy. He's something else entirely. Maybe if you play your cards right, you can get something out of it. Helpers? Mercenaries. Creatures who roam below, dark spirits. They are unofficially sentient. None opposes their presence, for Viscan keeps them in line. Another reason to not get in Viscan's way. Do not engage with them unless forced. What is... No! Oh my god. What is he? At best, he is a weak arcanist. At worst, a powerful arcanist. A true arcanist would be fascinating. It is not impossible to imagine. Okay, thanks for the info. You have a very cool armor. Thank you. She is welcome. She has practiced the formal way of answering a compliment, because in her culture, one does not do such things. No, thank you. Where an ethereal yet imposing woman attempt to flirt. Imposing. Ethereal. Telepathic voice gets dropped a several octaves. Never mind, actually. Great. Snell. An elf in a tea shop. It's like the start of some dumb riddle. I hate riddles. I need sleep. See you tomorrow, Snell. Thank you, Snell. Cleric. Imposing. Ethereal. Wait. Hold on. I can get better. I can get good. Okay, I do this. And I can do this. Then is there anything that gives +2 charisma? +1 plus Wait. Oh, this gives minus charisma. That explains a few things. And this weapon given intelligence and wisdom. I think I may find this useful. Cleric. We can do this. Maybe. So close! She told you? With that skull on her face? Oh, Mirren. It didn't start out so. An oppressed mass gathering on that day. It was not an Asgalism thing. There was no real Asgalism in those days. Not with the human works. 100 textile works. Women's. Podokag. Mass of unseen skilled laborers spawned out of sheep generators. They did not even employ any wizards to maintain the magic. Normally, these invisible, esoteric spirits would not be able to handle the workload of average textile seamstress, but the simplification of some of the machinery made it suddenly possible. The women who lost their livelihoods were screaming in the streets, as is only natural. 4 years earlier, the Bone Purge made it clear. Esoteric production was not the lifeblood of Norfolk, and considering the dramatic failure of Arcanist methods in the last century, most people are agreed on this point. Alas, greed knows no boundaries. Miriam brought me here. That girl did not think about anything but the egalitarian dream, huffed up on green pamphlets and green books. She shared that dream with you, along with the rest of that group of outcasts. You and a handful of other activists. The youth held signs, chanted long, driving songs, and held the line as the fascists rode in. I didn't throw any rocks. You went the passive, peaceful route despite their aggression. As the Earth Guard basekeepers pushed into the crowd, bulky pavises, breaking bones and dislocating jaw, the group scattered. One by one, those outcasts left to live in the system. Instead of attempting to smash it with an adamantine hammer. I left, didn't I? Right. You stood by your principles. Or you stood by her principles. She had a lot of those. When the bricks began to fly, before it's too late to back out, the roaring crowd surrounded, the baton spouting, the mass crying. The state won. That was the last you saw, Miriam. May she rest in peace. What? She did not die. Oh? Last you heard she was leading the Asgalian front. She's their only female foreperson. Huh. So she never sold out. She made something out of herself. Why do I miss her? She didn't give a damn about me. Because the first feeling is always the strongest. The rest I felt with it, with cushions around the heart. Ether is still looking at you. You meet her gaze. Perhaps you should rethink your methods here. This whole flirting thing? You can try again later. Right now, just you. What do you think about the goblins? What information do you require? When I trust their chieftain, Lady She-Leaf is a powerful creature. Do not trifle with her or her pawns. Her behavior is clean and highly acceptable. However, she does meddle in dark actions when needed. She looks at you for a few seconds. Perform your duties and leave. That's my advice. Who are they, as people here on Toasted? Weak-willed and powerless as individuals. A creature that survives through reliance on the group and on greater creatures. Thanks for sharing. I would describe humans the same way. Fair. We are weak alone, strong together. But I do not see it as negative. Humility and trust are important traits for all. Yes, she's the softie after all. That is what I think. What else? Did I... Oh no. I need to keep the thing equipped, or else I don't get it. Annoying. Well, let's talk with Big Boss. Actually, what time is it? Oh. So that's that, huh? Well, let's walk on in. Oh, I can't. I see. You know what? Engage. Pray. Contemplate the celestial ethic. A woman, a warrior, a divine creature. She is here for no other reason than her own broken ways. Listen to her and you'll be rewarded, if you so wish to carry her blessing. Attacked from below. But you feel no worry, for the danger is but a misunderstanding in your mind. The answer is deep. You know it all too well. Not precisely. Do you think they care? If you want really, you have to do it yourself. With the power channeled through Worth? Yes. Come on, is it really channeled? The guy is dead, faded, gone. Attempt a prayer of healing. Did it. You focus on his mind, on Earth's symbol, his red eye, and you remember the words. Watch upon me, Earth, shepherd of his folk. Let me pick up the burden. Lend me your strength. You feel reinvigorated. This is prayer of healing. Prepare spells? What is the prayer of healing? Put to 6 creatures of your choice. Okay. Undead or constructs? Boom. Everything is memorized. Seems like for now, this is a good stopping point. Thanks for watching, and until next time. And please subscribe if you want to see more of this. Until then, bye bye!